Happy birthday, Leo. I know that this is going to be published late, and technically it will be happy belated birthday, but right off the bat, Leo, I would just like to ask you to please like this video so that other Leos can see it. Even if you don't want to stick around, even if you don't think it's for you, I would appreciate it because I really need help getting back into the algorithm as I have been away. If you are a current Leo subscriber, I thank you so much for sticking around. I know that I have been absent and I really appreciate your continued support. So Leo, before we get into our spread, where we're going to look at your health, wealth, heart, and home, first I want to tell you about some of the energies I'm picking up. Part of the reason this is being done at the very last second, I'm hearing ringing in my ears, a high-pitched ringing in my ears, Leo. Okay, part of the reason that this is being done so late is because your energy has felt very heavy to me. I felt a lot of pain and sorrow, to be quite frank with you. And as much as obviously it's part of my calling to help you through that, I don't really like to be in that sort of energy when I deliver a message, specifically also for your birthday. So I was waiting for that to pass, and then before I knew it, we are now running out of time. But of course I'm going to do your birthday reading regardless. But what I do want to say about that is that I do feel like there's an energy being lifted. I do think things are lightening up for you, okay? There's better days ahead, like the storm is clearing. Before I come into any reading, I always meditate on the energy that I want to receive. And I literally saw a cloud moving away from the sun in my mind's eye. So I know that's very, silly and cliche and very basic, but since you are the sun, Leo, I thought it was particularly significant because I feel like, once again, there's a weight being lifted. You are being allowed to shine again. You're going to be seen, I feel, for who you are. I don't know what that means, but I do get this sense that you're finally going to be able to be yourself and to be perceived in the right light. I feel like some of you have been judged unfairly, or you've been perceived incorrectly for whatever reason. Okay, I won't go down a rabbit hole of why that could be, but I do have some hunches about it as far as astrology goes. But moving on, the other thing I wanted to make a mention of is the theme of cotton candy. I don't know if this means anything to you, but I keep seeing things about cotton candy, and it also stuck out to me that cotton candy tends to be pink and blue. I thought some of you might be expecting, whether it's a child of your own or a grandchild or whatever the case may be. If that message is for you, congratulations. I'm not going to make any gender predictions, but yesterday when I got that message, I was wearing blue. Today I'm wearing more red and pink, so it could go either way. With that said, Leo, normally I don't talk about the energy too much, and I don't reveal my channeling messages too much before readings. I've just decided not to do that in the interest of time unless something major comes up. But I did feel like I owed you at least a little bit of insight into what I've been picking up for you leading up to this reading. Now, like I said, we're going to get you 4 cards. We're probably going to clarify, and then we're going to get you some oracles to top off the reading and give you further guidance. And once again, I would appreciate your likes and subscribes. My algorithm stock is like in the gutter right now. But let's get into it. I hope you guys were able to enjoy your birthday. I know it's been tough. I know the astrology has been really tough. I have a Leo moon, and that's my first house. Is technically it starts in Cancer, but most of my first house is Leo. So I'm right there with you. Let's get started. For Leo Spirit, what do we have for Leo in their health, wealth, heart, and home for their birthday? Queen of Swords coming out. Well, let's read that as an aside. Tell me about health for Leo. Okay. Queen of Cups. I'll have to get the other one off the floor in one moment. Let's just move on. Tell me about wealth for Leo. Wealth for Leo. Spirit, thank you. Ace of Wands. Okay, and what about the heart? That was quick. Six of Jars. Nice. And the home. Thank you. The Three of Jars. Beautiful, Leo. Beautiful. Now, the home, just before we dive in here, the home is my wild card position. So this represents anything that's near and dear to your heart that isn't necessarily touched by health, wealth, or heart itself, if that makes sense to you. This could be your literal home, this could be your children, this could be your family, things like this, right? This could be your pets, your animals, your community, whatever it is that you associate with home. I know it's different for everyone. So let me go get this card off the floor for your health sector, and I will be right back. Okay, Leo, and of course, that card that flew across the room was the Three of Swords, okay, coming out in your health with the Three of Cups. It's possible, sorry, did I say three? I meant queen. Three is over here. It's possible that the Queen of Cups could be standing in for another person, and perhaps this person's mental or emotional health, or just their health in general, could be taking a toll on you. But this is supposed to be your reading, so I'm going to take this as you. You could be getting a lot of support right now if you are going through some sort of mental or emotional pain, okay? But the Three of Swords, of course, always pay attention to your heart. Make sure you are taking care of yourself in ways that support your heart health, okay? And if you have any suspicions at all that there might be something going on with your cardiovascular system, definitely get that checked at this time, okay? But for the majority of you, I think this is speaking to heartache, pain, emotional anguish, things like this. This is like what I was feeling, why I kept putting off your reading. And I think that the Queen of Cups is here to symbolize support coming in for you. I feel like sort of a village, a community, some sort of support system, could be a support group. Obviously, we have the Three of Cups here and the Three of Swords. So for some of you, this could be a breakup that you've gone through that's really kind of taken you out, right? And I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with going to a support group about that, but I think this could also be like just online forums, building a community with other people. If you're a woman, then this is definitely, I'm getting like a female energy, like a group of women coming together. But beyond that, this is also a reminder to take care of yourself, to remember the value that you have in this world and not to neglect yourself, right? The Queen of Cups to me is mothering energy. So what I'm feeling most here is you remembering to mother yourself, remembering to support yourself, validate your own emotions, things like this. Don't gaslight yourself. I'm feeling something like this. We do have the Queen of Swords over here, which before I began your reading, I got the King of Swords. Okay, so some of you could be going through a divorce that could be connected to what's going on, that could be connected to the emotionality that I've been feeling. But more than that, I think that the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords are both talking about just seeing clearly, like that cloud that I saw in my vision. I feel like you are starting to see things much more clearly than you previously were, for whatever reason. It could be because, you know, retrograde planets in your sign and just all kinds of garbage going on in the astrology. A lot of planets in Pisces that made it difficult to discern reality from illusions, which we're moving out of that energy now. It's the Pisces fog is lifting. So that could be it as well. But once again, it's not an astrology report, but just to do my part to validate your feelings. Like, there could be very real reasons why you've been going through some of the things you're going through. If you've been feeling confusion or distress and not really knowing the way forward. Okay, let's just get a quick card just to clarify the health sector here. Spirit, can you get me one card to clarify health for Leo? Clarify health. The Star, exactly. Exactly. You're healing, you're being seen, you're being validated. I don't know what Justice, the Two of Cups. Yeah, you're coming back into alignment. You're receiving like fair communication. You're receiving justice. Like, things are coming around to support your healing. And I do think that this, like I said, could represent, like, in a community or a group setting. I feel very supported here. I feel very like someone is seeing you. I don't know if that resonates with anything that you're doing or anything that you're involved with, but people are seeing you, okay? And you're shining. You're shining. And your healing could be a source of inspiration to others if that's relevant to you. But other than that, I'm a little emotional, Leo. But yeah, this feels like healing. Healing out loud, in a way. Healing in a supportive environment that's sort of where everyone supports each other. And it's bringing you more clarity on who you are, how you feel, and like the reality of situations that have led up to this. Okay, let's move on before I start crying. Like really crying. The Ace of Wands in your wealth is amazing. This is inspiration. Okay, it could be tied to this healing energy. Like, once you start feeling better, you might be inspired to do something with that energy, to make something out of your healing journey, so to speak. This could be a new job offer, a new career, new creative project. I mean, I love to see this. Can you tell me about the Ace of Wands for Leo Spirit? Can you clarify the Ace of Wands? Thank you. The High Priestess. Yeah. I mean, you could be starting a spiritual practice, but I mean, the High Priestess is sort of an authority, right? So this could be a promotion for some of you, or you could just be becoming an authority on your own energy, your own passions, like you're mastering it, you're channeling it into something. Let me get one more. Thank you. The moon. Well, you could be uncovering some sort of secrets here for sure. Let's see. We have the moon, the high priestess. I mean, heavy hitting feminine energy. Okay, so this could be, once again, I'm getting this heavy, like, girl boss, like girl army sort of energy with the Ace of Wands. I mean, and this is supposed to be tied to your wealth, so I don't know what you're doing, but you could be empowering other women. You could be, you could be like writing a mystery novel is kind of like something that's popping into my head right now. But you could just be like revealing some sort of truth, or like, I do feel like this public display sort of energy. I don't know what this is about, but I feel like this is recognition or notoriety for you, and that you're like bringing something into the light. And I don't know. Let me get one more. One more card for health or wealth for Leo. The Eight of Swords. I don't know. There's something. It's a secret. It's a secret. And that's kind of what I got immediately. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. But I mean, it's going to bring you resources. It's going to... The Empress. See? This is something really fruitful for you, Leo, but I don't know what it is. Nine of Wands. Don't give up, okay? If you have something that you're thinking about right now that maybe you were going to give up on, like there's something that you don't see. Eight of Swords. The Moon, High Priestess. These are all cards about like not seeing, or, you know, secrets being revealed, stuff like this. Ace of Wands. It's an opportunity. Whatever it is an opportunity, okay? And I do feel like it could very well be something that you don't see, or that, like I said, it could be tied to this like sense of clarity that I'm getting of you understanding, or like figuring something out. And within that, there could be some kind of opportunity here for you. And I think it's creative. I think it's something you're passionate about. It could have to do with, you know, it could be directly connected to like the experience of women, or empowering women is kind of the sense I'm getting off of this. But it could just be you, right? Just be empowering you, getting you in touch with sort of more like feminine. Well, I don't necessarily want to use the word feminine because I don't know. Not everyone has the same definition, but like this, like power. It's like creative power, if that makes sense. And I feel like this is telling me like it's a secret. Whenever I see the High Priestess, one of the interpretations it hits on for me immediately is that it might be a secret and I might not be able to know. And then the Moon card kind of told me the same thing, but I was hoping I would get more information. So there's some sort of opportunity here, and it might be hidden within some kind of secret or some sort of unknowns that you don't see right now. But something's going to inspire you there. I wish I had more information. The Six of Cups is in your heart, which I love, is amazing. This is my favorite card really in the deck. It's my favorite Cups card, my favorite love card. To me, this is a sense of safety. This is a sense of like home and belonging and protection. And it's a soulmate card. So you could be connecting with a soulmate here. It could also, you know, if you're not interested in love, this could talk about children and like your inner child and being in touch with these sort of things and really like loving yourself and loving your life and enjoying it. Let's get more information. tell me about the Six of Cups for Leo in the heart. Why is the Six of Cups? Thank you. The Devil. Well, it could be a Capricorn. Could be. Or it could be a warning. I'm not going to lie. Whenever I see the Six of Cups, I get worried about the past. Because it does talk about the past, right? So this could be some sort of toxic past connection, you know, twin flame type of karmic energy from the past. Let's get one more. Thank you. Temperance. Yeah. I think it's time to cut the cords. If you do have some kind of something going on that's toxic from the past, for some of you, it could be working it out. The Temperance card to me is a card of time, but it's also harmonious relationships. So it's a card of, you know, alchemizing and mending. So it could be Sagittarius, could be Capricorn, could be somebody on the cusp of Sagittarius and Capricorn. We also have Aquarius, strong Pisces. We also have Cancer. And that's all I've seen so far. I did see Libra briefly. Just about everybody's coming out for you here, Leo, and you know, what's new, right? So I think that this is definitely not toxic for all of you, right? But for some of you it is. And now that you are on the mend and you're feeling better, it might be time to alchemize this energy, right? To restore a sense of safety and protection within yourself. Definitely, I would recommend you do that. If you do feel that you have dealt with somebody who is toxic, or maybe they're pulling on your energy, or they're influencing you in some way, set up some protection for yourself. Okay, that's super easy things you can do. Just Google it. And like I said, cord cutting came to mind immediately when I saw the Six of Cups, and I kind of feel like that is the advice for some of you, to work on your cord cutting rituals. You know, do it every day, do it once a week, whatever you feel like you have to. But for others of you, I mean, this is, if that doesn't make any sense to you at all, then I do think this is very positive, because like I said, I love the Six of Cups. I'm never going to look at that negatively right off the bat. I think this could just be talking about a connection. Yeah, I have the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So if this is not a past connection for you, and if you're looking for a new love, you're looking for someone new and hoping for something new, then I do think this is something that is very playful, very fun, something that feels very like comforting. And I think there's a lot of attraction too. So, I mean, that's always a bonus. I feel like this is someone who is going to just make you feel balanced, make you feel grounded. I think there's going to be a good give and take here. And yeah, I think this is going to be a connection that sort of like regulates your nervous system a little bit, Leo, and makes you feel like really homey and comfortable. Okay? And that's about the guidance I have. Depends on where you're at here in your love life, but claim the positive energy, right? If you're open to that, I think that this has potential to be a really lovely connection. So let's clarify the Three of Jars in the home. What's the Three of Jars in the home for Leo? Thank you. The Page of Wands, which I just dropped on the floor. Yeah, I feel like you're having fun, Leo. I feel like you're celebrating. Maybe you are having an extended birthday season. I support that. You had kind of a shitty season this year. So, yeah, I feel like you're going out, you're having fun, you're finding like interesting things to do, you're connecting with friends. Let's get one more card. One more. Thank you. Nine of Cups. Okay, well, don't indulge too much, right? Remember, be responsible. But yeah, this is amazing. Whatever the home is for you, however you're deciding to interpret it right now, I feel like that's going really well. This is a card of wish fulfillment, right? This is a card of being happy, being content. And you could be having parties and celebrations in your home. You could be having friends over, or you could be simply getting together with those people outside of your home and just really connecting. And like I said, I feel like you are feeling yourself again. Like, I feel like that's like a prevailing like feeling in your reading, is like you're coming back to yourself. You're feeling yourself again, and you're feeling perceived again in a way that's accurate. I feel like a lot of you have been perceived poorly. I don't know what that means. I don't know what the context is, but I feel like you've been judged or wrongly perceived in some way. And like there's redemption for that. Like that's being cleared up, and you are going to be really seen for your actual value and for who you really are. And I feel like you're really shining. Okay, so don't lose faith. Like I said, I felt very heavy energy coming into your season, basically the whole season. So don't lose faith. I do feel like it's clearing up. Okay, let's get you some oracles. For Leo Spirit, what do you want to tell Leo? What do you want Leo to know? Okay. Anything else? Okay, we'll take all of it. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, number 35, I am connected. Yeah, I do. I feel like you are being connected. I mean, some of you are literally like spiritually connecting and exploring the depths of that. But others of you, this is like social, and this is like, you know, in a group community setting where you are really making connections, and they feel like valuable, deep ones. I am lovable. Number 6, of course. I am perceptive. Number 16. Yeah, there's something going on here with perception. And I do think that you are regaining your clear perception of something or someone. And in turn, that's like reflecting, right? Because you are the sun. So it's like you're bouncing that energy around. And I feel like it's coming back at you. And you are also being perceived like in a better light or correctly. Like something is getting cleared up. I have a higher purpose. Number 23. Yeah, some of you are definitely spiritual. Some of you are definitely exploring that higher purpose. You are inspired by it, and I think you're going to inspire others as well. And finally, I am hopeful. Number 1. Yeah, number 1, which I love because we're beginning a new solar return, right? We're starting over. It's like it's day 1. It's day 1. I'm hopeful. Didn't I say don't lose hope like multiple times? Okay, one more oracle. I'll read you this one from the season of the witch. These are my favorite oracles, I would say. For Leo. Spirit, what do we need to say to Leo? What advice, guidance, words of wisdom. Thank you. This is amazing. I love this deck so much. When I did Cancer's reading for their birthday, they got the Cancer card, and you were getting sun magic. What did I say? You are the sun. And I feel like there's magic coming back into your life. Number 37. Don't allow the power of your light to scare you into dimming yourself. Yes. That is, I think, one of the challenges of every Leo, is having to deal with how brightly you do shine and people's reactions to that. And I just think it really bothers a lot of people when you're confident. And I know not every Leo is super confident, but I feel like a lot of Leos are. And when you harness Leo energy, like I can speak to that, having a heavy first house, heavy Leo placements myself, and my Leo moon, my Leo black moon Lilith, I definitely like entered a whole different realm of my life when I learned how to embrace confidence in myself in so many ways. So Leos are very powerful when they step into their power, okay? So remember that, and don't let anyone take that away from you. You are coming into great alignment with your soul, and as a result, you are literally shining brighter than ever before. Your energy and vitality are slowly growing, and you may even experience physical bursts of energy when this card comes into your reading. Your vibration is rising, and you are pulling yourself out of the shadows you have recently experienced. If you are inquiring about a situation or recent challenge, pulling this card is your welcome sign that not only are things coming to a close, but you will be victorious. Well, I mean, I guess I could have just pulled this card for your whole reading, because isn't that what I said? As a symbol of growth, this card invites you to be noticed. Oh my God. Don't be afraid to let other people experience your energy. This is a positive card for those wishing to be in the public eye, as it means you will be well received. And more than that, people are already looking to you for guidance. It's like everything I said. The shadow side of this card is the pressure to be all things for all people. Know that sharing your light does not mean you have to be on constant display. You are allowed to keep some things to yourself, and no one should have total access to your energy, especially not for free. Know your worth and add tax, Leo. I have that in every single one of my readings. Don't be afraid to charge for what your energy and time are worth, which is true whether you are selling something physical, such as a product or service, or in your personal life among your family and friends. Relationships should be give and take. It's not your responsibility to loan your light to other people. They must learn to activate their own light so you can both bask in glory. What a beautiful message, Leo, and what a beautiful reading. I am so happy for you in this. I just feel like things are getting so much better, and I'm getting emotional again because, like I said, I've been feeling this heaviness, Leo. So if that's you, I'm not crying. Everything is going to get better. I believe that. Thank you so much for being here, Leos. Happy belated birthday. I will see you soon.